Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Chiquis, and you've reached the voicemail box for Dear Chiquis. I'm here to give you advice on anything and everything you need help with. Maybe you're going through a breakup. Maybe you're having issues with your family. Or maybe you need help figuring out how to balance your checkbook or how to start a business. Whatever the case is, I want to hear from you. Remember, these are my thoughts and opinions, and if you're suffering from an issue or hardship, you should seek help from a qualified professional. All right, now go ahead and leave your question at the sound of the beep.
Hey Chiquis, this is Laura from Chicago, sending you lots of love, hugs, and kisses. My question to you is, for anyone 18 and younger, don't listen to this. Anyone 18 and older, stay tuned. How can me and my husband rekindle, or what's your advice on rekindling old flames? And what I mean is, some in the bed action, some bedroom action. We've been intimate basically when we first started dating. We were 19, we're 25 now. I am really starting to feel the changes in my body as I'm getting older, and they're not the same when I was younger. And my husband feels it too for himself. We don't talk about how the male body changes as they get older. And I'm not saying that we don't love each other enough to, be intimate again. No, definitely. If anything, we want to more than ever. It doesn't feel the same as it did when we were 19. Now being 25, things are just so much more different. And so, we're, I guess, a little lost and confused at the moment. But any advice?
Okay, Laura from Chi-Town. What's up? I love Chicago, you guys. The Windy City. So saludos a toda la gente de Chicago. Okay, Laura, you and me. And I love that you said, anyone that's under 18, don't listen to it. Okay, so kids, shut it off, okay, if you guys are listening to this. Now, let's talk about sex. Okay, so here's the thing. I get it. Women, men, it's a hormone thing, especially with everything that's put in our food nowadays. Our shit changes. Our hormones are everywhere, which is why I am on hormone therapy. You're still fairly young, but still, regardless, I totally understand. And you guys have been together for a while. The good thing is you guys love each other and you want to find a way and you're asking. So that is amazing. Now, I don't know if you guys have incorporated toys into your relationship. Maybe going to a sex shop, finding a vibrator, something that will please you and him. There are like these rings that a guy puts on his penis and then you like straddle him and sit on him and then it's vibrating, your clitoris. And then it's like also he's feeling it. So it's like awesome. I really recommend that one. Of course, like the flavored lubricants are good. So you guys can have oral sex on each other. Also, maybe try having sex outside your house. Get a little hotel just so it's a different environment and get something sexy. Either you guys can go together and buy lingerie and he can choose it for you and say, I want to see you in this. So he has a little bit more control, or you just surprise him. That's another way, because it's like, hey, let me surprise you. He thinks you're in your PJs and then all of a sudden under your PJs, there's like this sexy thong looking thing. That always helps. And role playing. Okay, maybe you guys can be like, go to a bar and then pretend like you guys just met. And sometimes I've done this where you can like put on a wig and it's like you're totally like a different person. And then just role play, pretend that your name is something and you guys are having a one night stand. I don't know. All those little things help a lot. Okay, so I am so curious. I hope you try one of these and let us know, okay? Send the update back here, Dear Chiquis, so we can hear about it. But I'm telling you, try one of those things. It will help, okay? And then foreplay. This is one thing that guys don't understand, you guys. Guys just want to be like, okay, I'm hard, let's do it. Like, no, like you need to rub my ass, you need to touch me, you need to lick me, you need to like use your fingers, something like get the juices flowing. That's how you get a girl going. So anywho, that's a whole other thing. I hope a lot of kids didn't listen to this. Anyways, okay, Laura, good luck. Alrighty, let's dive into our second question, which comes from Stephanie.
Hi, Chiquis. I absolutely love watching your podcast, especially when I'm on the way to work. It pumps me up and keeps me motivated. I love obviously watching your sisters, Jenica's podcast as well. I just wanted to come on here and ask you a quick question and some advice. I in a relationship with my boyfriend, and he seems to have a bit of an issue with watching porn. And I just wanted to know, like, what would you do, to bring it up to your partner? How could I bring it up? I just don't want to make it like awkward. And I'm very bad at, expressing my emotions, and I kind of shut down and don't know what to say. But if you could please, give me some advice. Anyways, thank you so much.
Stephanie, thank you so much for listening to my podcast and my sisters. Like, you have no idea. That makes me so happy. It makes my heart smile. Now, regarding your question, I'd love to know how long you guys have been together. And obviously, this is someone that you absolutely love because you want to try to figure this out. Now, I don't know how much he's watching porn, but that is an addiction. And there are groups for that. There is some type of like, I don't know if it's a rehab or you call it a rehab, but for it, because it can become an issue, especially if you're not comfortable with it. I don't know if you've expressed it to him ever before, but I think if it doesn't make you comfortable, then you definitely have to say, hey, like, can we figure a way out with this because it's making me uncomfortable? You know, let's compromise. Maybe you can watch it once a week or twice a week, or you can also watch porn with him and make that part of your intimate time together, exploring that side of you guys so that you don't feel uncomfortable. That's another thing. But again, I just don't know how bad it is, if he's lying, if he's hiding it from you, if it's like an everyday thing, because if it's an everyday thing, it's not necessarily good because anything in excess is not good. But that's my suggestion. If you want this relationship to work, maybe you can watch it with him and you guys can enjoy it together and make that part of like your sex life. I'd love to hear a little bit more about this, Stephanie. So let me know. I hope this helps. Okay, next up, a question from Ana.
Hey, Chiquis. I am coming out from Las Cruces, New Mexico. I guess my question to you is, how do you deal with stress or, other words, mental health? I recently got diagnosed with PCOS, and I have been going through the bills, girl. My anxiety, my stress level, everything has been off. It's taken a toll on me. It has mentally, emotionally drained me. And unfortunately, help out there is very much expensive right now. And I can't afford treatment or even counseling right now. It's just, without breaking my bank, it's just impossible right now to get. So my question is to you, how do you deal with everyday stress or anxiety or just mental health in general? Just, how do you find the time to tell yourself it's okay to not be okay? Because right now I feel like I'm okay because I have to be okay, but I'm not okay with the situation, I don't know if I make sense.
You make complete sense, Ana. And it's something that I'm still working through. I think it's something we're all going to deal with for the rest of our lives. It's how do we deal with it, which is your question. And now I'm going to answer it. What I do, and I do this every single day, and I express it all the time because it's a huge, important, essential part of my life, is really having my mornings to myself. Not looking at my phone, especially not social media or anything that's going to cause me stress early in the morning. So I put my phone to the side. I go into a space where it's quiet. I put on meditation music. I read a devotional. I literally just connect. And I'm like mentally, quietly listening to my thoughts and saying, thank you for this day, being grateful. That's one thing that will help with stress, is just being grateful and say, you know what? Thank you. I have a roof over my head. I have everything that I need. And looking at those things and really being grateful for those things will really just say, you know what, everything's gonna be fine. I'm fine. Like, it's taking it day by day, literally. Don't think about tomorrow and about, oh my God, I gotta do this, or how am I gonna get there? It's really just appreciating the moment, because the present is a gift. So we need to just really understand that. And another thing is breathing, literally deep breathing. Holding it and letting it out through your mouth. So bringing in through your nose and letting it out through your mouth, and literally just doing that, not just like how you normally breathe, but being intentional about breathing deeply and profoundly. And sometimes I even say things, I say affirmations. I'm like, God is my shepherd. I have everything that I need. So I say one part breathing in and the last part breathing out through my mouth. So it's just all those things have helped me, and just appreciating the moment. And I think that will make a big difference. It's going to take some time to get used to and to start feeling better. But the more that you do it, the better you're going to feel. And also another thing that causes a lot of anxiety and stress and stuff like that is social media, because we're looking at so many people's lives and stuff like that. So that's one thing, maybe not being on your phone as much will help a lot. So anyways, Ana, sending you a big, 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 big tight hug. Laura, Stephanie, Ana, Thank you for your questions so much. Thank you for opening up your heart with me. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me say this, but I love hearing from you guys. Thank you for trusting me with your issues, and I really hope my advice helps you make the right decision. Feel free to leave your issues and dilemmas at speakpipe.com/Chiquis and Chill podcast. Los quiero mucho, ya saben. Besotes. This is a production of iHeartRadio and the My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcast and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, and check us out on YouTube.